a troublemaker!
Okay, so I was going to write my own speech, but instead I basically went on to, if anybody knows Warrant James Top, he's walking across Canada.
Yeah! Can you record this?
As of yesterday, he just hit his 500-kilometer checkpoint. Looks like he's about halfway through BC. Now, I was going to write my own thing, but instead, I would just verbatim take what he recorded on his YouTube video before he stepped off. So this is him speaking through me. And he was in uniform and dress uniform when he said this. My name is James Top. I am a warrant officer. I served in the regular army for over 25 years. I transferred to the reserves. I got a job with the public service, working for the RCMP. I was placed on leave without pay and am in the process of being released from the armed forces. I am not authorized to wear this uniform right now. I accept full responsibility for what I am doing and what I am saying, and am willing to suffer the consequences. Something needs to be said, and I think I speak on behalf of a lot of people when I say, enough is enough! I do not speak on behalf of the Canadian Armed Forces or the regiment I served with, but I want to honor them, and I need them to wake up! It's the people of this country who work for a living that make this country run. I work for them. I also am here to pay my respects for the veterans that have given their lives and their love and their limbs and their minds in service of this country. I am doing this for them as well. This is my message. We as Canadians, all Canadians, need to stand up for what we believe in. First Nations, immigrants, and the people that were born here. This country is ours. It is not the property of the moneyed few. So I want everybody to know what I intend to do as a form of protest against overbearing government mandates is to march from Vancouver to Ottawa on foot, under my own power and on my own dime. This is peaceful. This is constructive. This is setting an example for anyone that they have the power to stand on their own 2 feet and make their voice heard if they have a problem, and they have the right to do that. For anyone who is confused, oh wait, pardon me, wrong page. Am I afraid? Yes, absolutely I am, but I'm going to work through it. I am not encouraging lashing out with violence, with coarse language, profanity. I am not making inflammatory statements to any individual or group. I want us to all to come together, everyone, to recognize what we have in this country, and that's the freedom to speak out and make our voices heard. I disagree with what the government is doing. Right now, citizens of this country who have chosen to go to Ottawa, make their voices heard, it's time to reach out with an open hand, not a raised fist. I have spent the last 2 years sitting back and saying nothing, and that time is done. It's time for me to do something in support of Canadians and in support of soldiers. Being a soldier isn't just about taking up arms, it's about mobilizing your inner resources to do something and make a stand, and not just that, to march forward. That's what I'm going to do. I'm proud of everybody that came down here today. I'm proud of everybody who is holding a flag, and if you want to support me, I welcome it. But if you want to insult me, twist my words and my message, that's your right. If you want to hate me, that's your right too. You have the right to your own opinion. So say what you're going to say, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
Yeah!
So that was James Top. He recorded that video in uniform, and speaking out in uniform is really risky, and it takes a lot of courage. This is my part of the speech. At roughly 4,300 kilometers, this will take months. That gives you time to plan ahead and march with James. When James comes through Alberta, you will have at least 2 weeks to join him on his march. It's March! Set the example, Albertans. One of the big reasons I'm out here today is because I genuinely believe Alberta is the tip of the spear for freedom in this entire country, and that's you! If you have never walked 40 kilometers in one day, now is your chance. Now is your chance to walk with the forefathers who volunteered in the wars, who sacrificed, who walked across countries, who walked past their dead friends, who walked into victory. I, Logan Murphy, a former infantry reservist myself, can claim with full conviction, this country is at war. For anyone who is confused, the mathematical equation is war equals sacrifice. This is not a call to violence. That's not violent. This is a call to awareness that you might want to volunteer to sacrifice a day of your time. 40 kilometers of swollen feet and some blood in your socks to bleed for what is going on. Many already have. What's more uniting than uniting with the forefathers who bled, who bleed, who march, and who sacrifice for us to be here, for Warren Top to march, for me to speak now.
Yeah!
To meet with James tomorrow to assist him to get the media campaign off the ground. I know that this will become something as big as the Freedom Convoy, which started in January and captivated the entire world. A few weeks of sacrificing my time, my talents, and my voice to this mission is exactly where I want to be. It's where I like to be, on the front lines, boots on the ground, for freedom and for your presence to be here today.
Yeah!
Wave your flags high. Put a flag on your vehicle. Walk around with it. The flag is such an important expression, which is integral to the success of victory, to the acquisition of freedom. Thank you. And to my things. I'm not shy to say I need support for my part in this journey. And I'm selling some photos from Coots and Milk River and some ivermectin bottles over here at my booth. I'll be putting content out on my Telegram, which you can find at the link t.me/noblebard. Noble Bard. My website is loganmurphy.online. And if you're American, you can check out epifanydayphoto.com. Canada Marches. Keep tabs on Warrant James Tops's mission at canadamarches.ca. I love you all, my freedom fam. One more thing here. I've got a cadence we're going to do. The cadence is, and I want you all to repeat after me. James Top is marching to Ottawa.
James Top is marching to Ottawa.
Boots don't stop marching till my feet are raw.
Boots don't stop marching till my feet are raw.
Freedom costs a lot, we will sacrifice.
Freedom costs a lot, we will sacrifice.
And the marching doesn't stop until we pay the price.
And the marching doesn't stop until we pay the price.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother! Enough is enough!